I want to talk to you about the topic of communication, verbal and nonverbal. So children sometimes don't actually communicate with words, they communicate with their body. And there are certain times in a child's life where you're going to be they're very verbal at times, and then other times they're not answering you with words. And it can be really annoying for parents. It makes you feel like, why aren't you answering me? Why aren't you communicating with me? And especially teenagers, they might answer with shrugs and just saying, I don't know, or looking away. But there's more to communication than using words. We have our posture, our gesture, our facial expressions, the quality of our eye contact, even the way that we're breathing. And it would be incredibly helpful for you as a parent to take their nonverbal communications as legitimate communication. So for example, if you're asking your child, so maybe he's hesitant about going to baseball practice because he was bullied there, he doesn't feel well, he's feeling anxious or depressed, something, and you want to know, are you going to go to baseball practice today? He might shrug his shoulders and be like, I don't know. Well, and rather than saying, hey, can you look at me, or can you use your words and tell me what you need, you would maybe be able to say something like, oh, you don't know? It's okay not to know. I think maybe you're of two minds. I've felt that way before too, and that makes a lot of sense. So it's really hard to make this decision. So you kind of just are reading into it that his shrugging is not that he's trying to avoid you answering you, and he's not just being wishy-washy, he's really struggling, and he doesn't know what to do. So by expressing that you understand that communication, you can then help him out a lot more effectively. Like, hey, you know what, why don't we, I'll grab your baseball uniform, you put it on, we'll hop in the car, and if you feel like you can get out, you'll go. So it's going to go a long way towards helping to feel more connected so that you can find a compromise together. So that's what I recommend, is just kind of read their body language and accept it and make sense of it. And you can just do that with anything, like, if maybe they're staring off and it seems like they're not listening to you or something like that, you might say something like, oh, maybe I'm talking too much, you're tuning me out, okay, I get it, here, let me do it differently. I'm going to give you two choices. Do you want to do this or this? So you can kind of be playful about it. Or you could say something like, oh, it seems like you're thinking about that. You're thinking about something. I bet what you're thinking about, is really important. Do you want to write it down if you don't want to say it out loud? Okay. So if you want to know more about really trying to read and help a child to feel more understood through their nonverbal communications, you can click on the link here, and you'll also see a Q&A from real parents asking questions about how to deal with the communication problems that they have in their home.